Be our guest, be our guest. Da, 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 da. Oh, hi, ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Move Up 1970. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, you guys, I got some good news. I'm finally gonna get movie review number 96 out of the way, and this is the most important movie review that everybody has been waiting for. And I will tell you the truth right now, I was about to do this movie review late, but I do have a little bit of change of heart, and I decided to see this film anyway because I'm so darn antsy about it, and I really want to see it before, well, someone I care about comes to Virginia and see it with me. That's the reason why I'll come late, because I gotta be with somebody to see this movie. But I decided to see this movie earlier, and to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I'm very happy I finally got to see this one. So, here's my movie ticket of it. Sorry, it's too darn bright. Here we go. So, for my next movie review is the live action version of Beauty and the Beast. And I'll tell you about my main thoughts about it in a moment. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will admit, I am such a big fan of the animated one of Beauty and the Beast. And to tell you the truth is, I think I like the animated one much better than the live action. And I'll tell you why in a moment. But anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here's my 96 movie review of Beauty and the Beast. And we already know about the plot of the story. It's a story about a young prince who is selfish, arrogant, cruel, and being too unkind to his lovely servants, where he ruled over the kingdom for way too long, and he has no love in his heart until like one night there is this poor old lady who just went to the castle for some unknown reason and tried to give the prince one small rose, so she could get out of the bitter coldness. But then, the prince refused that gift and just turned the old woman away until this old lady transformed into some type of magical lady called the Enchantress. And the Enchantress found out that the prince has no love in his heart. And as for his punishment, the Enchantress lady transformed him into a beast, and all those servants transform into house ornaments. And now the beast is stuck in his own prison castle along with his servants. And sadly, the rose is going to be like an hourglass. Every time when a petal falls, they're going to become less human, like in one day or something. But the only way to break the spell is the prince needs to learn to fall in love with somebody that he can trust and care about. And this one person could be the only hope to set him and his lovely servants free. And their one last hope is a very beautiful young woman named Belle, who's a villager. She has nobody in her life but except for her father. She loves her daddy so much. And yeah, one day her father got kidnapped by the beast and took him to prison, and it's up to Belle to save her father, to take his place, as a prisoner, and being stuck in that castle for a very, very long time. So I think that's pretty much it about the main plot of the story. Well, only a couple of questions remain. Will ever the beast and the lovely ornaments ever turn back into human again? Will ever Belle find a way to fall in love with the beast and just teach him how to love and care about things and all that stuff? So yeah, that's my whole entire plot of Beauty and the Beast. And I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about this movie? To tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I will say the live action version of Beauty and the Beast is a pretty darn likable film. But sadly has some few flaws here and there, but I will tell you that in a moment. I will say it had a good, interesting storyline for both the animated and the live action one. Um, I will say the characters are pretty darn likable. I really love the songs. I love the score. I love the sceneries and highlight moments of the film, and it has great special effects. But like I said, it does have a few flaws here and there. And I'll go ahead and tell you about that right now. So let's head on to my strongest points and the weakest points of the live action version of Beauty and the Beast. And I'm going to do something fresh and new for once. I'm going to tell you guys my weakest points about the film. And I'll tell you only one good strongest point I do love in the film. So let's head on to my two main weak points first. I want to get those two main weak points out of the way for this movie review. I know it's really cool that the weakest points have to go first before the strongest points. Okay, for my two main weak points are we found out that one character is freaking gay, and while the other, there's two bad, awful artists who ruined our beautiful song of Beauty and the Beast. Okay, the first moment was finding out LeFou was gay. I have a message for the director for the film. What have you done to our beloved LeFou? How could you make him gay in this movie? It is not completely right to the film. You need to learn it's a kid-friendly movie, and we gotta keep it PG wise. How dare you make our beloved character gay? I don't see any gay parts about him, to tell you the truth. He's more like a brother figure to Gaston. That's what I think of him in the animated film. I think LeFou is more like a brotherly character to Gaston and not a gay person. How dare you mess up our beloved character? You should be ashamed of yourself. Big time. So yeah, I think LeFou is more like a brotherly figure to Gaston, if you know what I mean, since they had some brotherly moments for both the live action and the animated one. After all, they get along so well, and they treat each other like brothers. And I think brotherly love is way more kid friendlier than this stupid gay crap. Ugh. It really did mess up the film big time. So, please, no more gay stuff in a Disney film, alright? No more of that. We gotta get that ugly point out of the way. And the second major weak point in the film is the theme song is completely ruined. Our beloved Beauty and the Beast song was sang by the horrible LL Grande and John Legend. They have completely ruined that song, and it breaks my heart to see a very beautiful song that was completely ruined by those two awful artists that we should not give them respect for. After all, they're the ones who disrespect us in the first place. If you guys found out the news about what the heck they've done, well, I'll let you guys find out for yourselves. But yeah, I don't like LL Grande and John Legend's version of Beauty and the Beast. Well, I heard a little bit about it, but I don't want to listen to the whole thing. They really did ruin our beautiful original song. I think maybe Celine Dion and Josh Groban would have been a much better choice for the song, and maybe that way the live action movie would have done better, if you know what I mean. So yeah, those are my two main weak points for the film, is finding out that one Disney character is gay, and they really ruined the movie just a little bit, and also those two horrible artists who ruined our Beauty and the Beast song. The weakest points is out of the way, let's head on to my strongest point of this movie. I only picked one good strongest point I do enjoy about the film, and that is Josh Groban's song called Forevermore. I think Josh Groban is the true main savior for this movie. I love his voice. I love the way that he portrayed the song, it is very, it's beautiful, it's epic, unique, it has a beautiful orchestra feel to it. And I listened to that song many, many times, and it did blow me away. Big time. So I will say that Josh Groban's song Evermore is truly the best, strongest point I have ever heard for this movie. Even if it's in soundtrack wise, it is so darn beautiful, unique, and very stylish at the same time, if you know what I mean. So I will say the true strongest point for this movie is Josh Groban's version of Evermore. And also, I fell in love with the orchestra of the song. I think the orchestra fits perfectly for that epic song. Thank you, Josh Groban. Thank you for being the main savior for this movie. And I really love that song very much. Alright, now since the weakest points and the strongest points is out of the way, let's head on to the characters. I will go with the two characters who are truly the most memorable ones in the whole entire film for me. So let's go on to the two characters. I will say for the other characters, Emma Watson did a good job as Belle. I will say that Josh guy and the Luke Evans guy who did LeFou and Gaston, they were fine. Emma Thompson is great as Mrs. Potts, but I think the two best characters, in my own opinion, is Lumiere and the Beast. The first character I want to talk about is Lumiere, played by our beloved Ewan McGregor. I think Ewan McGregor had nailed his character so darn well, and he did a very beautiful job playing our beloved Candlestick. I love his storyline, I love his personality and attitude. He's such a great singer. He has really awesome talents. And I think Ewan McGregor did a pretty good job singing Be Our Guest. He really nailed that song very, very well. And Be Our Guest is one of my favorite Disney songs of all time. Period. I mean, it was fun. It was entertaining. It has a very good, fast-paced feel to it. I mean, he nailed that song very well. And oh yeah, all the character designs I did see for the live action version of Beauty and the Beast for the house ornaments, I think Lumiere's character design is truly the best one out of all of them. I could not think any more of which house ornaments is the best one out of everybody else, I guess. But yeah, Lumiere, great character overall. And the second character I want to talk about is the Beast, played by Dan Stevens. I will say Dan Stevens did one awesome job as the Beast. I mean, he had a great storyline, great personality, great attitude. I like his look and design of the Beast. That was pretty darn awesome. And we get to know about his background story just a little bit more. And I really like the character development and chemistry between him and Belle and the later on second half of the movie. And that was pretty darn awesome. And this is truly Dan Stevens' best role, best character, best performance I have ever seen in his career so far. I do love him and Walk Among the Tombstones, and he did an okay job on Night Museum 3, Secret of the Tomb, but I think him as the Beast for this live action version, it's much better. This is the best work that he did so far, and I give this dude 2 thumbs up. And finally, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my final thoughts of the live action version of Beauty and the Beast. Overall, the live action version of Beauty and the Beast is pretty good, but I think I like the animated one much better because I think the animated one is kind of memorable to me. But as for this one, it's a pretty likable movie. The live action one, of course. I will say the storyline is pretty good. The characters are likable, has great songs, a fantastic score, and there's 2 things that really did screw up the film just a little bit. But overall, I do enjoy this movie for what it is, and I decided to give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. As for the animated one, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. So, there you go, ladies and dudes. That's my 96 movie review of Beauty and the Beast, and I hope you enjoyed this one. And coming really soon, I gotta do my top 10 best, strongest, or weakest points of my movie reviews, number 73, all the way to 96. I can't wait for that one to come. And coming really soon, I gotta do my 100th movie review. I don't know what it is yet, but just wait and see what happens. So, I'll be back very soon for more videos to come. So, I'll see you guys later. Sayonara.